Welcome to Running the Table, the podcast where we run through everything on the table in the world of college basketball. The incoming recruiting class of 2026 is coming together for the Boilermakers, as Rivers Knight becomes the most recent addition. He fills a need at the power forward position and comes with both a unique story and skill set. So without further ado, let's run it. The Boilermakers may have missed out on quite a few of their long list of recruits they had offers out to, but they did not miss out on 6'9", 215-pound, sharpshooting power forward Rivers Knight out of La Lumiere, where he just transferred to for his senior season, just like another one of Purdue's class of 2026 commitments, Jacob Weber. Knight is an intriguing player with a potential long-term success story in his future as a Purdue Boilermaker, but let's get into how he got here. It's a bit hard to find a lot of concrete information about this kid. He's flown under the radar for quite a while, but Rivers Knight has had an up and down journey to get to this point, starting back in North Carolina, where he started out playing for a local public high school named Jordan, ironically. As he worked his way into his already 6 foot 7 inch frame he stood at as just a freshman. In a limited role, he found his footing as a rebounder and reasonable scorer, averaging 9.4 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks per game. Interestingly enough, he started off more as an interior scorer, but wasn't afraid to step out and shoot it occasionally. That would change over the course of his high school career, where he would focus much more on his outside game, earning him national attention, especially by Purdue assistant and offensive play caller PJ Thompson. As a three-star recruit, he also saw offers from High Point, Mississippi State, LSU, and Illinois. Most recently, we've seen the most complete version of Rivers Knight in his junior season at Jordan, where he averaged 17.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, and a whopping 4 blocks per game, now shooting 38.8% from three while attempting 5 attempts per game. That led him into the spring, where he unfortunately suffered a severe ankle injury, leading him to miss a lot of the spring and even the summer circuit. But that hasn't stopped him from completing his transfer to La Lumiere, where Coach Painter and Thompson checked out both him and Jacob Weber this summer. Being one of the only schools to remain in contact and interested throughout his injury struggles really put Purdue over the edge, with Knight himself saying, quote, "They were really honestly one of the only ones that stayed true. They kept reaching out and wanting to come watch me after everything this summer," end quote. He received an offer, took an official visit, and committed in late September, only a couple weeks after Weber. From the recruitment process, conversations, and his own observations, Knight looks to gain inspiration and model his game from another sharpshooting power forward in Purdue's recent history, Mason Gillis. Some key similarities being not just those shooting abilities, but the desire to get after it on the glass. And with him standing 3 inches taller than Gillis, he should be able to have success there if he makes it a focal part of his game. Knight had this to say about his game and why Purdue is a perfect fit for him. Quote, "With my skill set, my size, and how I shoot it, it's pretty rare to find coaches who know what they're doing with my type of build and my type of play style," end quote. To his point, I absolutely see the vision. Since Gillis left for his final year of eligibility with the Duke Blue Devils, Purdue has severely missed a rebounding presence at the power forward position. TKR is amazing in so many ways, but rebounding has never really been one of his strengths. From Gillis even back to Grady Eifert, Purdue teams have always seemingly been at their best with a gritty stretch four that can hit open shots from deep when the kickouts come and crash the glass with the Giants down low. I think his role early on will depend on a couple of things. One, how Purdue uses the portal in these upcoming seasons, especially next year. I really do think the way things are going, Painter is likely to utilize the portal to draw in some top power forward talent going into the next year after the departure from TKR. One thing that could stop that, number two, the potential commitment from top prospect Cam Williams. Now, do I think this is likely? No. Unfortunately, not really. Duke and Arizona have been making a big push for him recently, and he really does feel like a Blue Devil recruit in all honesty, especially if he's making a point to emphasize a one and done season. But this isn't a Cam Williams video. I, for one, am definitely excited to follow La Lumiere ball this season as both Knight and Weber look to take another step forward in their development before joining the Boilermakers next fall. But that's all I've got for today. We are just days away from the exhibition game with Kentucky, and I'm as excited as you to get some real first glimpses of this team. Until then, keep an eye out for more college basketball content, both Purdue and beyond, and get ready for an electric season ahead. But if you want more from us, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm out.